From Hesitant to Hero, How to Take Bold Action and Win. Introduction. Hesitation is a peculiar thing. It creeps in unnoticed, often disguised as caution or practicality, whispering reasons to hold back when our hearts urge us forward. We've all felt its grip, the weight of uncertainty, the dread of failure, the relentless what-ifs that keep us frozen in place. It convinces us that waiting is safer, that the right moment will eventually arrive if we're patient enough. But deep down, we know the truth. The moment is now, and boldness waits for no one. Every great achievement, every breakthrough moment begins with a decision, a leap into the unknown. The stories of those who inspire us, who have carved paths others only dream of, are never tales of perfect timing or flawless execution. They are stories of people who acted, often before they felt ready, and figured it out along the way. Bold action isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. But what separates those who act from those who stand on the sidelines? Is it luck, talent, or some elusive trait reserved for a chosen few? Or is it something anyone can cultivate, a mindset, a shift in perspective, a series of small, deliberate choices that transform hesitation into heroic action? This is the journey we're about to take. Together, we'll unravel the barriers that hold us back, uncover the strengths that lie dormant within us, and discover how to embrace a life driven by action and purpose. This isn't about reckless leaps or thoughtless risks. It's about tapping into the courage we already possess and learning to use it in meaningful ways. If you've ever felt the pull of something greater, the yearning to break free from the confines of doubt and inaction, you're in the right place. This is where hesitation ends and heroism begins. Chapter 1. The First Step. Taking that first step often feels like standing at the edge of a vast unknown. The path ahead is uncertain, and the voices in your mind amplify every doubt. What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? These questions are the invisible chains that bind us to the safety of where we are. Yet staying in place carries its own risks, the slow erosion of potential, the gnawing regret of unfulfilled dreams. The first step is not just an action, it's a declaration. It tells the world, and more importantly yourself, that you're ready to engage with possibility, to face uncertainty, and to trust in your capacity to adapt. It's not about having all the answers or being free of fear. It's about taking one deliberate action, even when you're unsure of the outcome. Think about a moment when you hesitated on the brink of something important. Perhaps it was applying for a job, reaching out to someone who could change your life, or pursuing a passion you kept hidden. What stopped you? The reasons often feel valid. The timing wasn't right, you didn't feel prepared, or you feared what others might think. But beneath those reasons lies a deeper truth. The fear of stepping into a space where failure is possible. This fear, though powerful, is not insurmountable. It thrives in inaction, growing stronger the longer we delay. But the moment we move, even slightly, its grip begins to weaken. A single step has the power to transform fear into momentum. Bold action isn't reserved for the fearless. It's built by those who take a step despite their fear. It's the entrepreneur pitching an untested idea, the artist unveiling their work for the first time, or the student deciding to pursue a dream against all odds. Their bravery isn't found in their confidence, but in their willingness to begin. The value of the first step isn't only in what it achieves, it's in what it represents. It signals to your subconscious that you are capable, that you are ready to grow, and that progress matters more than perfection. Every journey, no matter how monumental, begins with this simple yet profound act of movement. Once you've taken that first step, something shifts. The challenges ahead might not diminish, but they start to feel manageable. Clarity emerges, not because the path has been perfectly illuminated, but because you've committed to walking it. Action generates its own kind of wisdom, a feedback loop that refines your decisions and strengthens your resolve. The first step is where transformation begins. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And though it may feel small, its impact reverberates far beyond the moment. With each step, the hesitation that once seemed immovable begins to crumble, leaving behind a foundation of courage and possibility. Chapter 2. Unmasking Fear. Fear is a master of disguise. It rarely presents itself outright, but instead cloaks itself in logic, convincing us that our hesitations are reasonable. "You're not ready yet," it whispers. "You need more information, more experience, more time." It's persuasive, weaving narratives that feel rational, but beneath them lies something deeper: the fear of what might happen if we try and fail. This fear doesn't arise from the external world alone. Its roots often reach into the depths of our past. A single moment, being told we weren't good enough, failing in front of others, or watching someone else's dreams unravel, can create patterns in our minds that echo for years. Over time, these experiences shape our perception of risk, magnifying the potential pain of failure while diminishing the rewards of success. Yet, fear's greatest trick is its ability to remain unexamined. Most people don't pause to ask, "Why am I afraid?" or "What am I truly afraid of?" Without this introspection, fear operates unchecked, dictating our actions and holding us back from opportunities that could redefine our lives. To unmask fear, we must first confront its presence. Acknowledge it not as a sign of weakness, but as a natural response to stepping outside the familiar. Fear is not the enemy. It's a signal that we're moving toward growth, toward the edge of our comfort zone where transformation occurs. Instead of resisting or suppressing it, we can engage with it, peeling back its layers to understand what it truly represents. Often, fear stems from a misunderstanding of failure. We view failure as a definitive end, a judgment on our worth, rather than what it really is: a step in the learning process. Each misstep holds lessons that refine our abilities, deepen our resilience, and bring us closer to mastery. When we reframe failure as a teacher rather than a threat, the grip of fear begins to loosen. But fear isn't always about failure. It's also about success. The thought of achieving what we desire can be just as intimidating. Success often requires change, and change disrupts the life we know, even if it's for the better. It's not uncommon to fear the weight of new responsibilities or the judgment of others who might see our growth as a departure from who we've been. This dual nature of fear of both failure and success requires us to examine what we truly want and why. Fear cannot hold power over a purpose that is deeply understood and embraced. When we anchor ourselves in a vision of what's possible, fear loses its ability to dictate our choices. Unmasking fear is not a single act, but an ongoing process. It demands that we remain vigilant against its subtle influences, questioning the stories it tells and the limits it tries to impose. Each time we do, we reclaim a piece of our freedom, stepping closer to the life we are meant to live. Chapter 3. Building Inner Strength. Inner strength is not something we are born with in abundance or something that fate randomly assigns to a fortunate few. It is cultivated brick by brick through the trials we endure and the choices we make. It begins in the quiet moments when no one is watching, and the only battle is between who we are and who we aspire to become. At its core, building inner strength requires a deep understanding of oneself. It demands honesty about our fears, vulnerabilities, and the stories we tell ourselves. Strength is not found in denying these aspects of our humanity, but in facing them with unflinching clarity. When we acknowledge what holds us back, we begin to dismantle its power. Resilience is one of the cornerstones of inner strength. Life does not spare anyone from setbacks, losses, or moments of despair. But resilience is not about avoiding these experiences. It's about rising again and again despite them. To foster resilience, it's essential to reframe adversity. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, see them as opportunities to sharpen your resolve, to test the depths of your endurance, and to grow beyond your current limits. Courage, another pillar of inner strength, is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. To build courage, begin with small acts of bravery. Speak up in situations where you'd normally stay silent. Take risks in areas where the stakes are low, practicing the art of stepping outside your comfort zone. Over time, these small acts accumulate, creating a reservoir of courage that can be drawn upon when faced with greater challenges. Mental discipline plays a crucial role in strengthening the mind. Thoughts shape reality, and unchecked negative patterns can erode confidence. Practice identifying limiting beliefs as they arise, challenging their validity, and replacing them with empowering alternatives. Meditation, mindfulness, and visualization techniques can help train the mind to remain calm under pressure and focused in moments of uncertainty. Physical practices also contribute to inner strength. Regular exercise not only builds the body, but fortifies the mind by teaching discipline and endurance. The simple act of pushing through discomfort during a workout mirrors the resilience required in other areas of life. A strong body supports a strong mind, creating a synergy that enhances overall fortitude. The people you surround yourself with can either build or weaken your inner strength. Seek relationships that uplift and inspire, avoiding those that drain your energy or instill doubt. Conversations with those who embody resilience and courage can ignite these qualities within you. Similarly, acts of service, helping others through their challenges, can reveal strengths within yourself you may not have known existed. Lastly, developing a sense of purpose fuels inner strength like nothing else. When you have a clear why, it becomes easier to withstand the how. Purpose gives meaning to effort and makes the sacrifices along the way worthwhile. Regularly revisit what drives you, what gives you joy, and what leaves a lasting impact on the world. Inner strength is not an endpoint, but a journey. It grows with every challenge faced, every fear confronted, and every step taken in pursuit of a life aligned with your highest values. The techniques may differ for each person, but the foundation remains universal, a commitment to grow, endure, and rise, no matter the circumstances. Chapter 4. A Vision for Victory. Victory is never an accident. It begins with a clear vision, a vivid picture of what success looks like and why it matters. Without such a vision, even the most determined efforts can feel aimless, like setting sail without a destination. A strong vision becomes the compass, guiding decisions and actions toward a meaningful outcome. To create this vision, start by daring to imagine a future where your goals are realized. Remove the filters of practicality and self-doubt for a moment and allow yourself to dream boldly. What does success look like? What does it feel like? Go beyond surface-level achievements and delve into the deeper impact, how it changes your life, the lives of others, and the legacy you leave behind. A compelling vision resonates on an emotional level, igniting passion and commitment. Once the vision is clear, the next step is breaking it down into actionable goals. While the end goal may be grand, the journey toward it is built on smaller, manageable milestones. These milestones act as markers of progress, reminding you that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the larger victory. Each goal must have purpose and clarity. Vague intentions breed confusion and hesitation, while specific, well-defined goals provide direction and focus. Set goals that challenge you but remain within reach, creating a balance that fosters growth without overwhelming your resolve. A roadmap transforms a dream into a structured plan. Begin with where you are now, mapping out the steps required to bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired future. Prioritize tasks, allocate time, and anticipate obstacles that might arise along the way. A roadmap doesn't guarantee a smooth journey, but it equips you with the tools to navigate the inevitable twists and turns. While the roadmap is essential, flexibility is equally important. Rigid plans can falter in the face of unexpected challenges. A vision for victory isn't about sticking to a script. It's about adapting while staying true to the ultimate goal. Every setback offers an opportunity to recalibrate, to refine your strategy, and to learn lessons that strengthen your resolve. Visualization can also play a powerful role in maintaining focus on the vision. Spend time each day immersing yourself in the details of success, the sights, sounds, and emotions tied to your victory. This practice not only reinforces your commitment, but also trains your mind to recognize opportunities that align with your goals. Finally, the strength of your vision lies in its connection to your values. Victory that aligns with who you are at your core carries a profound sense of fulfillment. When your goals reflect your passions, beliefs, and purpose, the pursuit becomes more than a task. It becomes a journey that enriches every aspect of your life. A vision for victory is not just about the destination. It's about the clarity, focus, and determination it instills along the way. It serves as a guiding star, ensuring that every step you take moves you closer to a life defined by purpose and achievement. Chapter 5. The Power of Small Wins. Transformation rarely comes in a single sweeping moment. Instead, it's built from a series of small victories, incremental actions that accumulate over time to create profound change. Each small win is a step forward, a quiet affirmation that progress is possible, even in the face of challenges that seem insurmountable. Small wins possess a unique power. They generate momentum, a force that propels you from one success to the next. The simple act of completing a task, no matter how minor, sends a signal to your mind. You are capable, you are moving, and the path ahead is navigable. This momentum fuels confidence and reduces the intimidation of larger goals, breaking them into manageable pieces. Consider the way small wins ripple outward. The decision to wake up 15 minutes earlier to work on a goal, to take the stairs instead of the elevator, or to reach out to one person in pursuit of an opportunity, all seem insignificant in isolation. Yet these choices build habits, and habits shape identity. Over time, these seemingly trivial actions create a cumulative effect, leading to larger, visible changes. Small wins also reinforce commitment. Each completed step reinforces your belief in the goal and in your ability to achieve it. They serve as tangible evidence of progress, especially during periods when the ultimate destination feels far away. In moments of doubt, the memory of these victories can reignite motivation, reminding you of how far you've already come. But the power of small wins goes beyond personal achievement. They influence those around you as well. Every step you take toward your goal inspires others, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate efforts. The energy and determination you cultivate become contagious, fostering a culture of action and resilience in those who witness your journey. Harnessing the power of small wins begins with awareness. Recognize the small actions that align with your larger vision and celebrate them as achievements in their own right. This isn't about lowering the bar, it's about acknowledging the significance of every step forward. Progress, no matter how small, deserves recognition. To maximize the impact of small wins, set your sights on consistency. The value lies not in grand gestures, but in the persistence of small, intentional actions over time. A single drop of water may seem inconsequential, but a steady stream can carve through stone. Similarly, the daily repetition of small efforts can dismantle the most formidable challenges. Small wins thrive on intentionality. Each action, no matter how minor, should connect to a larger purpose. Align your daily choices with your long-term goals, and let each win serve as a building block toward the life you envision. When actions are grounded in purpose, they carry a weight far greater than their size. Embrace the power of small wins as both a strategy and a mindset. In their simplicity lies their strength, a quiet yet unyielding force that has the potential to reshape your world one step at a time. Chapter 6. Breaking Through Barriers. Barriers often seem immovable, looming large as if designed to keep us from moving forward. Yet every barrier carries within it the potential to be dismantled. The key lies not in brute force, but in understanding its nature and applying the right approach. Challenges often stem from two places: external circumstances and internal resistance. External barriers are the tangible obstacles, time, resources, or circumstances that seem beyond your control. Internal barriers, however, are far more insidious. These are the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that whisper, "You can't," even when every fiber of your being wants to prove otherwise. The first step in overcoming any barrier is clarity. Clearly define the obstacle in front of you, stripping it of any emotional weight or imagined complexity. When a barrier is understood for what it truly is, it begins to lose its intimidating power. An undefined problem feels impossible. A defined one reveals solutions. Focus, then, shifts to reframing. Challenges are rarely permanent, and setbacks are often temporary. Viewing a barrier as an opportunity for growth rather than a roadblock changes the way you engage with it. Instead of retreating, you begin to strategize. Each challenge becomes a puzzle waiting to be solved, each doubt a signal pointing to an area for strengthening. Break barriers into smaller, actionable pieces. An obstacle might seem unscalable in its entirety, but when broken into segments, it becomes more approachable. This approach not only makes progress possible, but also reveals alternative paths you may not have noticed before. The power of persistence cannot be underestimated. Barriers often endure, not because they are impenetrable, but because they outlast the will of those who face them. Those who succeed are not always the most talented or the best resourced. They are the ones who refuse to quit. Each attempt chips away at the barrier, each effort bringing you closer to the breakthrough. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is another critical strategy. Barriers are less daunting when approached with the strength of a supportive network. Seek out those who have faced similar challenges and emerged stronger. Their insights can illuminate paths you hadn't considered, and their encouragement can fortify your resolve. Resilience plays a crucial role in pushing past barriers. Each failure or setback is not an end, but a lesson, a chance to reassess and refine your approach. Resilience isn't about bouncing back to where you were. It's about rising stronger and wiser than before. With each challenge met, you develop a deeper trust in your ability to endure and overcome. When barriers feel insurmountable, creativity becomes your greatest ally. Rigid thinking often locks you into seeing a problem from one perspective, but creative solutions emerge when you dare to question the obvious and explore the unconventional. Experiment, adapt, and innovate until a way forward becomes clear. Courage is the undercurrent that drives all other strategies. Barriers test not just your skills or resources, but your willingness to keep moving despite uncertainty. Each step forward, no matter how uncertain, reinforces your determination and weakens the hold of the barrier. Barriers are inevitable, but they are not definitive. They exist to be confronted, challenged, and ultimately surpassed. When you stand firm in your vision and bring all your strength, resourcefulness, and courage to bear, no obstacle can remain standing indefinitely. Chapter 7. Learning from setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable companions on the journey to success. They arrive uninvited, often at the most inconvenient times, and have the power to disrupt even the best-laid plans. Yet, hidden within every setback lies the seed of growth, a chance to uncover new strengths, refine strategies, and deepen resilience. The first step in learning from setbacks is to confront them honestly. Denial or avoidance only prolongs their grip on you. When a setback occurs, acknowledge it fully without judgment or self-pity. By facing it directly, you strip it of its ability to paralyze and open the door to understanding what it has to teach. Each setback tells a story, It reveals blind spots, overlooked details, or assumptions that didn't hold up under pressure. Instead of viewing failure as a verdict on your abilities, see it as feedback. What went wrong? What could have been done differently? By analyzing setbacks with curiosity rather than criticism, you transform them into valuable lessons. The emotions that accompany setbacks, frustration, disappointment, or even anger, can be overwhelming, but they are also a source of energy. Instead of suppressing these feelings, channel them constructively. Let the sting of failure fuel your determination to improve. Let the discomfort drive you to action, ensuring that the next attempt is stronger and more informed. Perspective is essential. Setbacks, no matter how daunting in the moment, are temporary. The pain of failure fades, but the lessons remain. Reflect on past challenges you've overcome and how they shaped you. Doing so reinforces the truth that setbacks are not ends, but transitions, marking the beginning of something new. Adopting a growth mindset transforms the way you engage with failure. Instead of seeing abilities as fixed, recognize them as malleable. Each setback is an opportunity to expand your skill set, deepen your understanding, and build resilience. With this mindset, failure is not a detour, but an integral part of the journey. Setbacks often reveal the strength of your commitment. When progress stalls or plans crumble, the question arises, how much does this matter to you? True passion is undeterred by failure. It adapts, perseveres, and finds new ways forward. Each setback tests your resolve, sharpening your focus and renewing your dedication. Resilience grows through adversity. Like a muscle, it strengthens with use, becoming more capable of withstanding pressure. Setbacks provide the resistance needed to develop this inner strength. Each time you rise after a fall, you fortify your capacity to endure and thrive in the face of challenges. Learning from setbacks also involves self-compassion. It's easy to slip into self-blame, but this only compounds the pain and obscures the lessons. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Acknowledge the effort you put in and give yourself credit for the courage to try. Setbacks connect you to others. Every person who has achieved something significant has faced failure along the way. Sharing your experiences and listening to theirs creates a sense of camaraderie and reminds you that you are not alone in your struggles. These connections often provide insights and inspiration that propel you forward. Growth rarely occurs in the comfort of success. It is in the crucible of setbacks that true transformation happens. The lessons they offer, while hard-earned, are often the most valuable, shaping you into someone who is not just capable of achieving goals, but thriving through the process. Chapter 8. The Role of Inspiration. Inspiration is the quiet force that stirs us from complacency and sparks the fire of bold action. It comes in many forms, each one capable of illuminating a path when the way seems unclear. While we all have an innate drive to pursue goals and make progress, it's the influence of mentors, role models, and stories that often provide the necessary fuel to push through self-doubt and fear. Mentors stand as living proof of what's possible. They are not just fountains of wisdom, but mirrors reflecting the potential within us. A mentor doesn't simply show the way. They walk beside you, offering perspective, sharing insights, and providing the encouragement needed to confront challenges head-on. Their experiences, often filled with their own setbacks and triumphs, offer a blueprint for what's possible when courage and persistence combine. What makes mentorship invaluable is its personalized nature. A mentor tailors their guidance to your specific needs, helping you navigate obstacles that feel unique to your journey. It's not about giving a one-size-fits-all solution, but about helping you build the inner tools needed to discover your own answers. When doubts arise, the mentor's belief in your potential serves as a reminder that you are capable of overcoming any challenge. Role models extend beyond the confines of personal relationships. They exist in history, literature, or even in the quiet corners of daily life, serving as examples of what boldness looks like in action. A role model embodies the virtues of courage, resilience, and determination, offering a template for how to face adversity with grace and tenacity. What makes role models powerful is their relatability. These individuals, despite their greatness, are human. They've faced the same fears, made mistakes, and encountered roadblocks. Their success lies not in their perfection, but in their ability to rise again after each fall. When you look at a role model, you see the possibility of greatness within yourself, a reflection of the heights you too can reach if you embrace the same unwavering commitment. Inspiration also comes from the stories we immerse ourselves in, the narratives of those who have walked the path before us. Whether through books, documentaries, or personal accounts, stories of perseverance, struggle, and ultimate triumph help us see our own journey in a broader context. They shift our perspective, revealing that failure is not a permanent state, but a phase of growth. Every story holds a lesson. Some stories offer strategies, how others have approached challenges and what methods they use to overcome them. Others inspire simply through their emotional resonance, showing us the depth of human spirit and the lengths one can go when driven by purpose. The power of stories lies in their ability to connect us to something greater than ourselves, offering a sense of unity with others who have walked similar paths. Inspiration doesn't stop at observation, it compels action. A mentor's advice, a role model's example, or a story of overcoming the odds doesn't simply ignite admiration. It pushes us to act. It drives us to take steps, no matter how small, in the direction of our dreams. Inspiration awakens boldness, fueling the confidence to take risks, make choices, and endure setbacks without losing sight of the goal. The essence of boldness is rooted in the realization that greatness is not an isolated phenomenon, but something accessible to anyone willing to step into the arena. Whether through the guiding presence of a mentor, the example of a role model, or the motivating force of a powerful story, inspiration strips away the illusions of limitation and reveals the vast potential that resides within. Inspiration fosters a sense of possibility. It teaches us that we are not alone in our struggles or dreams. Others have walked this path before, and many have overcome even greater obstacles. It is in these examples that we find not just motivation, but a deeper belief that boldness, resilience, and action are the keys to transformation. Chapter 9. Momentum in Motion. The initial burst of excitement that accompanies a new goal or venture often fades before long, leaving many to wonder how to sustain the energy required to follow through. The secret to long-term success lies not in occasional bursts of motivation, but in the steady, consistent motion that keeps momentum alive. Momentum is not a force you wait for. It's something you create, nurture, and sustain through daily actions. The beauty of momentum is that it compounds over time. Small, consistent actions may seem insignificant in the short term, but when performed regularly, they build upon one another, creating an unstoppable force. Think of it like pushing a boulder. At first, it feels impossible to move, but with each push, it begins to roll. Eventually, that small effort turns into a momentum so powerful that it carries you forward with little resistance. Consistency is the bedrock of this momentum. It's easy to start strong, full of enthusiasm, but the true test of success lies in your ability to maintain that energy when the initial excitement fades. The key is to make progress part of your routine, not dependent on how you feel at any given moment. When consistency becomes a habit, action feels less like a decision and more like a natural part of your day-to-day life. Even when motivation wanes, the habit you've built will propel you forward. Setting small, achievable milestones also plays a crucial role in maintaining momentum. When the goal ahead feels overwhelming, breaking it into smaller tasks allows you to celebrate incremental wins along the way. Each completed step fuels the next, creating a feedback loop of positive reinforcement. These moments of achievement remind you that progress is being made, even if the finish line still seems far off. Energy is not a finite resource. It's a renewable one, especially when aligned with purpose. When your actions are tethered to a deeper meaning, something greater than yourself, your enthusiasm remains resilient. Purpose provides the energy that fuels your perseverance, even during the inevitable periods of fatigue or doubt. Knowing why you are working toward a goal is the spark that ignites action, even on days when enthusiasm might be lacking. Surrounding yourself with the right environment and support system also plays a significant role in maintaining momentum. Energy is contagious, and the people you spend time with can either drain or fuel your progress. Seek out those who inspire, challenge, and support you. Being in a community of like-minded individuals who share similar values and goals keeps your momentum strong, offering both accountability and encouragement when you need it most. Tracking progress is another way to keep momentum alive. When you can physically see how far you've come, it reinforces the idea that every action counts, no matter how small. Monitoring progress doesn't just provide motivation, it keeps you connected to your purpose and helps you stay focused on the long-term vision. Whether it's through a journal, a checklist, or visual reminders, tracking provides clarity and serves as a constant reminder of the bigger picture. The momentum you build also grows stronger through setbacks. It may seem counterintuitive, but obstacles, when approached with resilience, can actually amplify the momentum you've already created. Every time you get back up after a fall, you prove to yourself that progress is not linear. It's made up of peaks and valleys. Setbacks don't break momentum. They refine it, turning adversity into an even more powerful engine of forward motion. At times, it's easy to become discouraged when progress isn't as fast as you'd like. This is where patience becomes a critical ally. Momentum is a long game. It's about trusting the process, even when results are not immediately visible. Every step, no matter how small, is part of the overall progress. With time, the energy you've put in builds upon itself, propelling you forward in ways that feel effortless. True momentum isn't dependent on grand gestures or immediate success. It thrives on persistence, resilience, and belief in the process. It's about showing up each day, putting in the effort, and trusting that with each action, you are creating something far greater than the sum of its parts. Chapter 10. Living the Bold Life. Living a bold life is not about occasional acts of courage or waiting for the perfect moment to take a leap. It's a way of being, a commitment to consistently stepping outside of your comfort zone, confronting fear, and embracing the challenges that come with pursuing what truly matters. The rewards of this way of life are profound, not just in terms of success, but in the depth of experience, the fulfillment that arises from meaningful action, and the self-respect that grows from showing up authentically, even in the face of uncertainty. At its core, living boldly means taking ownership of your life. It's about refusing to let fear dictate the terms of your existence, about claiming your power to make decisions, to set goals, and to chase dreams that once seemed out of reach. Boldness is the freedom to define your own path, rather than following the expectations or limitations others may place on you. It's in the moments when you push past self-doubt and take action despite not knowing exactly how things will unfold. These are the moments that define a life lived with purpose. The daily rewards of living boldly are evident in the small but significant choices you make. Each time you choose to take the harder route, to say yes when it's easier to say no, to lean into discomfort, you gain a little more confidence. This confidence is not the loud, boastful kind, but a quiet, unshakable belief in yourself that grows stronger over time. It's the result of consistently showing up, even when the path is uncertain, and finding that you are capable of far more than you once believed. Living boldly also unlocks the power of resilience. With every obstacle you overcome, you build strength. But it's not just about surviving difficulties. It's about thriving because of them. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your approach, and to deepen your understanding of yourself. When you live boldly, you don't shy away from hardship. You meet it head on, knowing that with each step forward, you are transforming into a version of yourself that is more capable, more resourceful, and more aligned with your true potential. Boldness also brings clarity. By actively pursuing your dreams and making courageous decisions, you begin to distinguish between what truly matters and what doesn't. The distractions and external pressures that once consumed your attention fade away as you focus on what resonates with your core values. Bold action forces you to eliminate the noise, to create space for what is most important, and to commit wholeheartedly to the pursuit of your authentic goals. A bold life opens up a world of possibility. It invites you to step into new experiences, to engage with people and opportunities you might have once considered out of reach. It challenges you to see the world through a lens of potential rather than limitation. When you embrace boldness, you attract new opportunities, whether they come in the form of relationships, career advancements, or personal breakthroughs. By taking calculated risks and trusting your instincts, you create the conditions for unexpected, often life-changing encounters. The rewards of living boldly are also deeply rooted in the sense of freedom it brings. Freedom is not merely the absence of constraints. It is the ability to make choices that are aligned with your values, desires, and aspirations. When you live boldly, you are liberated from the fear of judgment, the need for external validation, and the limitations that once held you back. This freedom enables you to chart your own course, to explore new territories, and to find the courage to break free from societal expectations. There is also a profound satisfaction in knowing that you lived fully, that you took the risks that were necessary to live authentically. Boldness is not about achieving a specific outcome or success. It's about the satisfaction of having taken the step in the first place. The confidence that comes from living boldly is not contingent on achieving perfection or always being right. It comes from knowing that you trusted yourself enough to take action, regardless of the outcome. Ultimately, living a bold life allows you to look back without regret. Regret comes not from the failures or setbacks encountered along the way, but from the opportunities not seized, the dreams not chased, and the risks not taken. Boldness enables you to embrace the fullness of your human experience, the highs and lows, the wins and losses, because you know that each experience is part of the grand tapestry that shapes who you are becoming. By living boldly, you move beyond surviving day to day into a realm of thriving, where every moment is infused with purpose, intention, and vitality. The rewards of this life are not always immediate or tangible, but they are undeniable. They are found in the quiet moments of self-reflection, in the confidence that arises from living authentically, and in the richness of a life well lived. Conclusion. As you stand at the edge of this journey, having explored the many facets of boldness and the power of action, it's time to reflect on what lies ahead. The path you've walked through these pages is not a destination, but a starting point, a foundation upon which you can build a life of unwavering courage, resilience, and purpose. The challenges you may face are not signs to retreat, but invitations to step further into your own strength. Every action you take from here on is a continuation of the story you've begun, one that is driven by the belief that you are capable of far more than you may have once imagined. The fear that once seemed paralyzing becomes the backdrop for your growth. The uncertainty that once held you back transforms into the canvas upon which you paint your most daring moves. Living boldly is not an overnight transformation, but a commitment to showing up each day, no matter how small the steps may seem. It's about embracing the discomfort of the unknown, leaning into the lessons from setbacks, and recognizing that every decision made with courage adds to the momentum of your life. The process of growth is never linear, but it is always worthwhile when you approach it with the intention to move forward, no matter the pace. As you move forward, know that boldness is not an end in itself. It is the means through which you unlock the full potential of your life. Every risk taken, every challenge faced, and every new territory explored adds to the tapestry of your experiences. These are the moments that define you, shaping the person you are becoming. Living the bold life means that you don't wait for the perfect moment. You create it. You do not wait for the stars to align. You forge your path regardless of the circumstances. And as you do, you will see that the world responds. Opportunities unfold, relationships grow, and a deeper connection with your own self emerges. The rewards of boldness are not always external. They reside within, found in the confidence to take action, the freedom to live authentically, and the fulfillment that comes with living a life of purpose. The journey is yours to continue. Take the lessons from these pages and turn them into actions that propel you forward. Embrace the power within you, and let each step be a declaration of your commitment to live boldly. The world is waiting for the version of you that dares to take action and to live a life of undeniable courage. Let that life begin now.